Marriage doesn't change a woman, it removes the mask. Let me say that again. Marriage does not change a woman, marriage removes the mask of the woman. This is the story of Fredrick Leonard, the Nollywood actor, and his wife, Peggy. This is the second time that Freddie has ended his marriage. What I am trying to say in a layman's language is that Fredrick Leonard ended his marriage, not the other way around. I decided not to speak to this before now out of my respect for the couple, especially Freddie. Freddie is a personal friend. I can call myself his legal counsel, and I can call myself his therapist. You understand? So I decided not to speak to this, but obviously his wife made this wide range allegation of a particular married woman that Freddie has been sleeping with even before marriage. Nothing like that happened. Absolutely nothing like that. Peggy is trying to push a narrative that she left her marriage because the husband was cheating. Nah. Peggy did not leave her marriage because the husband was cheating. Freddie ended his marriage because Peggy was very disrespectful. I had spoken to Fredrick Leonard before now several times on this thing, and I will tell you that he was careful not to paint his wife black. He was very careful. But is this coincidence that you removed his surname from your social media just about 2-3 weeks ago, and then 2-3 weeks later you are coming with such a huge allegation? This marriage has ended before now. It's not today. You understand? In the course of your separation, you had accused multiple women. Just very recently, you unfollowed Syrian Martins, the Bayelsa Nollywood actress, accusing her of having a thing or two to do with your husband. You were on call with her. She was with her man, and she told you, "Madam, you are on speaker." You said you had evidences that she was sleeping with your husband, and she told you she was with her man. You should please bring your evidences. This is my problem with women, and I actually don't like I have to do this because, oh, Rita, why you never support women? The truth is I want to support women, but I need women to give me reasons to support them. I need women to give me reasons to support them. This is a man that decided to get married to Peggy against all odds. He respects Peggy. I can tell you because I've spoken to Fredrick Leonard so many times. And the first time we spoke, I told him, "Thank you for being so respectful of your wife." He was careful not to say anything bad about his wife. He just said, "Rita, the marriage has broken down irretrievably, not because my wife is a bad person, but because my wife is very Western." I am quoting him word for word. The wife does not believe in submission. He said, Peggy does not believe in submission. The first time he ended the marriage, they were arguing, and Peggy walked out on him. They were having an argument. Peggy walked out on him. And this was against the agreement they had before they got married. "Madam, you can do anything. I understand you. I understand your personality. But you see me here, anytime we are arguing, because it's normal for man and wife to argue, and you walk away, you might be going home from there." That was the first time they had separation. After that, Peggy and her people begged, and they made peace, and they continued the marriage. Tell me why this person does not have an iota of respect for the man she married. And if you know Fredrick Leonard, you would know that he is very traditional. There are things he would take, there are things he wouldn't take. They talked about this. They talked about the argument they had. They talked about how Peggy walked away on him while they argued. Peggy apologized. Peggy called it an oversight. They made up. I don't think they ever argued about Freddie being with any woman. It was not what broke down their marriage. Their marriage simply broke down because Peggy was not submissive. Do we call Peggy a feminist? Maybe. But if you know that you're a feminist, you don't get married to a man like Fredrick Leonard. You don't. If you know you're right, you don't get married to a man like Fredrick Leonard. There was a time I did a video on is this signs of masculine men. Because of this man personality that I know online and offline, he cannot be married to a woman that does not believe in submission. And he simply couldn't cope with Peggy, and he asked Peggy that he was done. So this marriage has broken down before now, long ago. There was a time Tosin Silva mentioned it. I did not want to speak to it because I didn't have the permission of the husband to speak to it. You understand? I didn't want to speak to it, but the marriage has broken down long before now. This babe refused to change her surname online, refused to drop the husband's name online. This babe literally just dropped the husband's name, the husband's surname, just few weeks back, not up to 21 days ago. And then, boom. The next thing is you're writing an epistle how there was a particular married woman. Does the married woman not have a name? Mind you, this is Nigeria, and he who alleges must prove. Does the married woman not have a name? Or Fredrick Leonard goes around sleeping with married woman? Because you've accused 4 people that I can count 4 people, including the Nollywood actress Syria Martins. Why are you running up and down? See, this is the problem. People don't learn. Your marriage has broken down. Why don't you go and self-audit yourself? Self-audit. I tell people, this is the problem I have with most people. You have decided to go your separate ways. Your husband called off the marriage. He is done with the marriage. Do you have to dent his image? Do you have to disgrace him? Madam, if you want to move on, which you've moved on, you're allegedly dating somebody. If you want to show your relationship online, please do it freely. This man is not after you. This man does not want you back. This man, he has been begging you to drop his surname. You've managed to do that. Why do you can come out and tell people you're divorced without having to dent his image. You are a public figure. He is a public figure. The other day, you went viral for trying to hit a man. It speaks so much to your personality. It speaks so much to your personality. I don't have anything against women, but your husband has been living his life and he has never come out to say anything bad about you. What is this? I'm trying to understand. What is this? There is this particular married woman he has been sleeping with. How do you want the world to see him? Somebody as responsible as Fredrick Leonard is sleeping with a married woman. I've told him what to do. It's left for him if he wants to do it. He should sue you. You have to reveal the identity of that married woman. Women don't know how to walk away quietly. You people don't just know how to. It's ended, it's ended. You don't owe the world anything. You don't owe nobody nothing. Why is this? So that they don't say, oh, your marriage is broken. Marriages break every day. You don't need to dent someone else's image. This is absurd, to say the least. What's this?